How's it going, guys? Heihachi here. I'm back with another video. As you can see on the screen, I played against the one and only HK Jr. If you're from Europe or America and you watch Tekken tournaments, maybe even Asia, you know who this guy is. So very, very formidable player. I just wanted to take a couple matches from a set we had recently and basically just talk through them, give you guys an understanding of how you can approach Heihachi, a good Heihachi, and yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so going into this match, obviously it's a random match, so I don't remember specifically what went on, but I'm just gonna pick two random matches and then give you guys some information after watching them on what I could have done better, because in this match I happened to lose 3-0. So yeah, I just want to help you guys have a better understanding of how you can approach Heihachi and the best way to play versus Heihachi. And it won't apply for every Heihachi that you play. It's just, it will help. It will give you an understanding. So yeah, let's get into it. Let me turn off the frames. Alright, let's go. Alright, so back to the wall. He's done down forward 1 into down forward 1-2. Now, first of all, when your back's to the wall against Heihachi, one thing you need is patience, because at the end of the day, he has the hell sweep, but if you block it, you get maximum reward. Down back 2 is borderline seeable. Full crouch low, it will take him some time to duck and then get into it, so there might be a quick poke that you can do, like a generic low or maybe a down jab, or you know, something just to get the pressure off of you, and then you can move a little bit and then block. And basically the whole game plan when Heihachi has your back to the wall is to just be patient and just try your best to get away from the wall. With Leo, of course, you have the 1+2 throw, but as you can see here, you know, he did down forward 1 into down forward 1-2, and that wouldn't give me any time to do anything slower than a jab. And at times, because of the follow-up, the down forward 1-2, you're going to hesitate anyway. So you have to really be careful with what you do and decide what it is you want to do. You know, do you have the space to sidestep his 1-1? Do you have the space to sidestep his down forward 1-2? These are the things you have to be aware of. So yeah, how you play versus Heihachi when you're back to the wall is literally crucial to whether you're going to win or lose, pretty much. So yeah, I got caught hesitating there, and he got a free balcony break in the process. What you're looking at right now is, so basically, I remember what part of the set this was. So basically, I was like 6-0 down, I believe, at the time. So I was a bit, you know, out of answers a little bit. So as you can see, my gameplay is very erratic. I'm pressing a lot. Like, I'm not really thinking too much. I just want to kind of get back into the game. I think it was 5-0 actually. But yeah, so being very, like, pressing a lot versus Heihachi is not the greatest thing you can do, because I feel like his buttons, his pokes in general, have more mileage than yours do as Leo. You know, like, your down forward 2, it's not a poke, cool, but like, if you use that, he has a reliable punish for it, and then he gets his momentum started. If you do a down forward 1, you know, he could sidestep electric. If you do a down forward 4, same scenario. If you do 1-4, you know, just a string. If he sidesteps right, electric, then yeah, big reward. But then, whereas if he pokes with down forward 1, you know, very good tracking on to one side. Single jab with Hay is very good. It's got a long reach. They like to use generic low. They have back 4 home in. Obviously, we have down forward 3 as well, which is pretty good. But yeah, I just feel like playing fast versus Heihachi is probably not the best thing you want to do. You want to kind of force them to whiff and then get your pressure started, like with a sidewalk left and their electric whiffs, or forward 3, and you know what I mean? You're trying to create an opening and basically pick your point of when you want to attack. That's the best thing. understanding when your opponent, you know, likes to go for the big moves and stuff. But it's very hard when you play against a top level Hei, you know, that really knows his character inside and out. You really have to be patient. So yeah, in this game you're gonna see that the patience was not there, and that is the reason why I couldn't really get anything going. Like down forward 3 on block into buttons, like even with a delay as well, like it didn't make any sense. So yeah, all the momentum on HK's side now because, you know, he's just, I'm playing into his hands basically at this point. Like as you can see, he's just comfortable, like moving at a certain range where if I go for QCF 2-1, he's probably going to be able to step it. Back 1-4, as you saw, he stepped it. Forward 2, he might have been able to step that as well. So, yeah. And this is where you have to play a bit riskier now. Good decision from him. But yeah, you can see like I'm playing very desperate right now. Like I'm trying to change it up a lot in my approach. Done a little bit too much there. Ate a whilst then in punish for my troubles. But yeah, when you're in this situation where you know you have the life lead, nice and early in the match, it's time to just take the foot off the gas a little, because you will end up running into stuff like this. People can get up and do a quick rise, you know, launcher or a whilst then in 4 just to steal your turn, and yeah, I eat all this damage just because I wasn't patient. And again, you know, just erratic gameplay, just pressing, doing uncharacteristic things. And there it is. And there it is. That match is a prime example of how not to play versus Heihachi. So let's get into the next one. Very good play from HK. We're going to watch this match. I happen to win 3-0, so, you know, maybe a complete difference in game plan, gameplay. You got to think this is the first of 7. I'm 6-0 down. I've got nothing to lose. So, you know, someone being up 6-0, they can probably just take their foot off the gas a little bit. But I think there'll be some good stuff in there, so let's take a look. Okay, so very good start from HK. You know, L sweep by itself plus super plus into more plus frames, back dashes because he knew I was gonna press something, and then he can force a whiff punish. Okay, good patience from me. Like I said, when you're back to the wall, you kind of just want to just chill, just relax. You don't want to do too much, so I get maximum reward for just my patience here. Obviously big damage, half health. And then this is another thing I'm saying, like I have all of that life and then I do something crazy, like while standing forward to Sabaki. It doesn't even make sense, but honestly my head was just like, there's times where you just have the moments where you just do something so random and just expect it to work. This is what we call composure, lads. This is what we call composure. This is what I didn't have in this situation. But yeah, going for different things. This is not typically a mix-up I like to go for, but maybe it's something I need to use a little bit more. The raw while standing 2s, because I guess you can mix it up sometimes with full crouch sweep, not all the time, because people will react sometimes to the low, and then the punish is, yeah, it's not something you want. It's definitely not something you want. So yeah, in this scenario, you kind of just want to keep things simple, you know, jab into maybe a jab string, just in case they want to do the rage drive. Or jab into just patience, basically. And there, you see me come in with a high crush move, because I don't want to get rage drived. And, you know, have the match stolen. Yeah, here I'm just trying to play a lot more compact than I did in the last match. But it's all about discipline against Heihachi. That's the one thing. It's all about discipline. Like if I can keep playing the same way, you know, it's going to be hard for him to really do much, because, you know, I'm not disrespecting his plus frames and stuff. I'm kind of just playing what's there, playing what is on the table, you know. So if we're neutral, I'm going to do a move. And then after that, cool, I'm going to block. And then we're neutral again. And then, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing anything completely random. QCF 2-1, patience. Jab, whiff, just patience. Back to the wall. Just patience. Then you pick your moment. Now you get momentum back. You see? There it is. Jab, jab string. He wanted to do raise drive. So you're seeing a different... this is way different than what you've seen in the last match. Way different. Good punish on the FF2. So yeah, FF2 is minus 16, but with enough practice, you can get that forward 4-2 punish almost reliable. There is very rare ranges where it whiffs. But yeah, FF2, that's literally like just an instinct punish at this point. Okay. There it is. More pressure, but it's smarter pressure. Like, it's not -9 into buttons. It's like mental frames. So back 4 cancel. You know, his back's to the wall. He's thinking about so many different things. Leo has a lot of wall splatting moves. And then obviously decides to walk away from the wall. So the FF2 won't, you know, wall splat. That was intelligent gameplay from him. And then like here, I've got the life lead. You know, he's trying to get something started. He did down forward 1-1 into forward 4. I've been counter hit. And if I was patient, none of this would have happened. But the thing is, you can't always be patient. There is a time where you have to press, and there will be a time where you get counter hit. But it's all about timing. It's all about what moves you go for. And yeah, that's it really. I mean, if I were to go for a grab in that situation, because, you know, my back's to the wall, it would have made a lot more sense because I wouldn't have got counter hit. And he wouldn't have got such a big reward. So these are things you can think about. Oof. Big whiff punish. Big whiff punish. And then this situation here where you're trying to end the game versus Heihachi and you know he's got the rage drive. Very scary, but you know, you can kind of you can play. You can still play. You know, Leo does have some okay keep out. That was a bit of a random one, but you know, it worked out, so we don't complain. Let's take a look at another one that I would have went on to lose. Just so you can really understand what I mean when I say if you play a certain way versus Heihachi, you're not really giving yourself much of a chance to win the match. So let's see what happens in this set. Okay, so at this point I think it was 3-0 to HK. Got lucky punish there, the 1-1-2 whiffing on Leo's hurt box. So yeah, let's see. So cool, down 4, more lows. And this is what I mean when I say like silly decisions sometimes, because why would I do this? I know it worked out, but like there's no need. He could have got headbutt punished into Omen, got all of his momentum started. But I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It worked out. You know, whilst an M4 string, if you poke with the first hit, the second hit will hit sometimes if someone knows that they can punish it, because they're not just going to let you get away with it all the time. So it is a mix-up to punish. And here you're seeing how it worked out.
Round 2. Fight.
So yeah, moving, sidewalking to the left and then just chilling, just blocking. Now forward 3, a move I want to talk about. So this move here, forward 3. Not having a move to retaliate with, to stop Heihachi from moving. He can parry in this situation. There's a lot of things he can do in this situation, but basically, you need to make a decision. You have generic low, which is on paper your best move in this situation, unless he can sidestep it a certain way, but I'm not sure he can. So generic low after a forward 3 is not a bad idea, but you can become predictable because forward 3 is one of the moves that will force you into a decision just straight away. You like reflex wise, you will just go for something. So if he does forward 3, I might go for generic low. If he does forward 3 again, I might go for generic low again, and then he can create a read at some point. Like let's say he doesn't use forward 3 for a while, and then he ends up going for it, and I naturally just respond with a generic low. I get low parried, big damage. So forward 3 is one of them moves where you have to switch up what you do against it. So here, you're going to see that I did backdash, but it was backdash into button. So obviously not a good idea. If you just backdash and just chill, also not a good idea, because that forward 3 is pushing you back to the wall. As you can see, look, this forward 3 is pushing you back to the wall, and that's not where you want to be against Heihachi, because as you saw, you know, you kind of just have to hold back. You know, you have to eat some lows, hope you get a lucky low block, and don't eat forward 4 for ducking. And it's just such a scary place to be in. It's literally such a scary place to be in. So yeah, you got the counter hit there. Happened quite a lot of times in this set where I did backdash into a button. But it's just because you're thinking about being at the wall. And therefore, when you've backdashed... when you've backdashed, you haven't really thought about him doing it again. But you've backdashed and then you thought about being at the wall. So you wanted to press to kind of stop that from happening, and then you get counter hit. So yeah, it's tough. But yeah, down forward 4, push back into down forward 3. Nice wall splat. Okay, just testing my opponent's defense there with a full crouch low. You know, it's worth going for. It's definitely worth going for. If there's some distance between you and your opponent, as you can see, like down forward 1 is one of them moves to get your opponent to duck anyway, because down forward 1-2 is a high follow up. So they might twitch duck, stand back up, and then not be ready for the low. So that's something you can think about. Okay, it's just keeping it compact at the moment. And there it is. This is exactly what I mean. You have to be aware. You have to be aware, because when you use down forward 2, Heihachi will have a punish for it. And look just how brutal it is. That one decision lost me the round. But I had the life lead. I could have just been patient, and this round could have went differently. So you have to play and you have to think at the same time. You have to think while you're playing.
KO. Round 3. Fight.
No launch. Probably a misinput there. So yeah, the game's a little bit more even now. Block 1 into 1-4 isn't the worst idea in the world. I prefer doing block 1 into maybe sidewalk left against Heihachi. I feel like that makes more sense, because you're trying to make his pokes and his electric and stuff whiff. So pressing here, I mean, he could do down forward 1 and maybe twitch confirm the second hit and stuff. So yeah, it's a bit of a stressful situation. Maybe sidestep left duck if you want to beat down forward 1-1 or something. Maybe, you know, that it's worth labbing how Heihachi's moves respond when you do block 1 and you're -4. So yeah. Okay, down forward 2, just a bit random, honestly. As I said, I'm chasing the lead right now. He's 3-0 up. So I'm just, yeah, running out of ideas at this point. HK is a very strong player. So yeah. So yeah, good patience from him. Not having to do too much. Yeah, 1-2-4, not a move you can rely on too often. Eventually, if you keep using it, your opponent will always block it. Okay, so obviously I need to come back now, so probably not gonna come though. Yeah. So yeah, good patience from HK, picked his shots well. I hope you guys get an understanding of what it takes to play Leo against Heihachi. You have to be very disciplined, you have to be patient, and I was none of those things. In the one match that I won, that you saw, I was able to show better decision making overall, and not play into his game, not do random things like -9 into buttons against Heihachi. The thing is, like, he has a easy option in forward 3 to shut down any retaliation. So yeah, these are the things you got to think about when playing against Heihachi. I hope you liked the video. If you want to see more of these, let me know, and I will maybe bring these daily. I might bring these daily. So yeah, please like, subscribe, and look forward to the next video. Take care, guys. Take care.